Hello everybody and happy Easter. I'm Renee and I'm so pumped for what's about to happen. Before we get started, there's only one thing that you need to know. Easter Jam is for everybody in the family. So if you're a teenager, this is for you. You two college students, and if you're a younger kid, get ready. We're about to have some serious fun and we need you to lead the way. Adults, you might want to buckle up. This is an Easter that like you've never done before. So no matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam is for you too. The only way to not have fun is to not participate. So look around. Is there anybody missing? If so, you better hit that pause button and go get them now. We're getting started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out. There's only two kinds of people in the world. People who love these things, and then there's people like me. I just don't get it. How do you eat something this cute and grainy? So let's see, how does your family feel? Show me a thumbs up if you love these things, or a thumbs down if you don't. Okay. There's a lot of different opinions out there. No matter how you feel about Peeps, you're going to love this game. Your family is going to face off in the greatest Peep jousting competition of all times. I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'll tell you when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, you're going to take 2 Peeps and assign them to a team. If you don't have any Peeps, no worries, a big marshmallow will work just as well. So Team A gets Peep A, and Team B gets Peep B. Now, you could come up with some cooler names like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. So you can use a marker or a Sharpie to decorate your Peeps or marshmallows and give them some personality. Draw a mustache, give them some mean eyebrows or a fancy outfit. Let your creative juices flow. So next, you're going to prepare the Peeps for battle. So you're going to take a toothpick and you're going to stick it in each of the Peeps as they prepare for battle. Now, it just depends on how serious your family is about this competition, but this could be a joust or a lightsaber or a sword. Make sure the toothpick is facing towards the other Peep. So you're going to place your 2 combatants on a microwave plate, like so. Now, no social distancing is necessary in this game, so you want the Peeps to be close together and facing one another. Finally, it's time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave, setting the timer for 45 seconds. Now, trust me, you won't let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then you press start. Watch at a safe distance until the Peeps drop their toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other Peep first wins. As soon as this happens, you're going to want to stop the microwave. Trust me on this one, families. Okay, it's time to settle this thing once and for all. Now don't forget to snap a picture at the photo finish. It's go time. Press pause now, and I'll wait right here.
So how did that go? Who won? I want pictures. Please post them to the Holt Christian Church Facebook page. We're waiting. I have to admit, that was a lot more fun than I thought it was. And also, this happened. This happened to yours too? Okay, we're ready to play another game. This one, you'll need a laundry basket and socks. Lots of socks. Clean, dirty, it doesn't really matter. You just have to make sure that you have a match with them. So go grab those things now. Press pause, and then I'll explain the rest of the game to you in a minute. Got your basket and socks? Great. Now choose 2 people to play. You also need 2 people to be the scorekeeper. To get started, dump all your socks on one side of the room. Don't worry, these socks will make their way back to the basket real soon. Then place a basket on the other side of the room. When I say go, players will grab a sock, go through the pile to find the matching one, roll the socks together in the shape of a ball or an Easter egg, and then toss them like this. Across the room and into the laundry Easter basket. The players with the most sock eggs in the basket at the end of your time wins. If you don't have a scorekeeper to help you count, don't worry. You'll just have to keep up with the number on your own. That means everybody is on the honor system, all right? Parents, I'm looking at you. Okay, if you need, press pause now to get everything and everyone in position for this game. I'll wait here for you. Everybody ready? Great. We're putting a 1-minute timer on the clock. This Easter egg throwdown is happening in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Families, come back over. Who won? Okay, that was wild. Whoever won gets socks. Just kidding. Adults, make sure whoever won the challenge gets a special treat today. Maybe one of those peeps that were in the microwave? Okay, maybe not. I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today we'll talk about what makes today, maybe more than any other day, a happy day. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family and friends who would love to hear from you. And to make that happen, you have a few options. Pause this video and pick one of the challenges on the screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter. Okay, I got like 9 texts from our crew saying Happy Easter. Thanks, fam. Even though we're celebrating a little differently than we have before, that's okay. Easter is still happy. And that's not just because of peep boards or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies, although those are awesome. It's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. So simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts, and minds, and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and his disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with his friends, he told them that he would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, I hear that story every Easter, and it always amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Here's an idea. Take a few minutes and add to this list of things you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can because Jesus is alive. Pause the video while you discuss it. And when you're finished, meet me back right here. Awesome. I love that conversations like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust him with what's going on in my life right now. I hope that's true for you too. And I hope you spend the rest of the day making happy memories with your family. To get you started, here's one last challenge. For this one, you'll need to decide who is the technology genius at your house. Maybe it's a step-parent, an aunt, or an 8th grader. Either way, decide who that person is right now. You got it figured out? Awesome. As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can be dressed up in your PJs. You could be wearing what you're wearing right now. It could be normal with smiling faces, or silly with one of those filters that turns your faces into bunny rabbits. But no matter how you do it, take a family photo and make it awesome. Right? Do the best that you can, and then share it to your social media page, and then share it to Holt Christian Church's Facebook page so we can see your family's Easter style. I'm going to put mine up there. I'm looking forward to seeing yours, because now more than ever is a time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope He gives us in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. Cross the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, you wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.